Still rolling.
Guys, welcome to Still Rolling. This is a podcast about resilience, creativity, and the power of the human spirit. When I think about Still Rolling in filmmaking, to me, technically what Still Rolling is, say you're shooting a scene, and in the scene, there's a moment where somebody forgets a line, or maybe there's a technical issue, or something happens that's unexpected, and nobody else cut. But usually someone on set will yell, still rolling, meaning that the camera's still rolling, audio's still rolling, that we're still going. And since nobody has yelled cut, you just keep going. Why did I decide to create a new podcast? So the reason why I started, and I'm behind the camera now, and in front of the camera, I should say. This is exactly where I started. I started as an actor 10 years ago, I want to say now. And I pursued the career, and I'm still pursuing the career of filmmaking, growth, development, just learning everything that I possibly can from some of the greatest people that I've had the opportunity to connect with and meet and have conversations with. And so I decided there's so many conversations that are had where many other people would benefit from listening to these conversations. And that's the reason why I decided to start Still Rolling. My origin story, about 2016, I survived a car accident that I thought was very interesting, the timing. It was a pretty tragic event for me. It meant a reset, because when I was in the ER, the doctor came in, I'm hooked up with all these cables and stuff and monitors, and the heart monitors going off. And they said, "You're very lucky to be here." The doctor said, "You're very lucky to be here. Think about what you're doing with your life and do what you actually want to do, because based off of the paramedics report, you're lucky to be here. So maybe think about what you're doing with your life and do what you actually want to do." And I thought about that for a while. And what happened inside of me was my brain started to process the life that I was living and how safe I felt. When I would make a decision, I'm like, oh, I have to make sure that things are okay before I make a decision and jump to something. And I think that accident really opened up my risk-taking abilities on myself. Meaning, there's still calculated risks, but I was more willing to do things that I thought I could never do. Like, for example, become a filmmaker. Where I come from, nobody that I grew up with was a filmmaker, and nobody that I knew was a filmmaker or an actor or anybody in entertainment. It was very, blue collar, people working at factories, people working at, Burger King, or people working at retail stores, it was that type of environment. And so when this accident happened in 2016, I decided that I was going to go after something that actually meant something. And I was going to chase not the vision of making it in Hollywood, but what developed to be the dream of growth, of pursuit of something, of knowledge, right? Of my skill set, and also of insights, because I think this journey has shown me parts of me that I most likely would have never discovered had it not been for this journey. Like, for example, recently I discovered that one of my frequencies of communication is the motivator. So tons of energy, I like to focus on the positives. I like to focus on things that are beneficial to conversations and to people. Hence why I'm doing this podcast and I'm having these conversations with the guests that you'll see on the show, because I think it's important to shine light on all of the growth and development that people have gone through to be able to be where they are. So I've had many conversations throughout my entertainment career with many filmmakers, actors, producers, doctors. I realized that a lot of the people that I've had conversations about, the struggles, about the things that they've had to overcome, about the mindset shifts that they had to have, about all the things that have brought them to where they are in their current lives, have come from somewhere. They've either learned it from somewhere, or they've learned it from someone, or they were just curious and they just wanted to grow. So this podcast is about growth. It's about development. It's about the power of the human spirit. When I say the power of the human spirit, I mean, sometimes we forget in life that we have so much energy and so much power within ourselves that we just kind of give up on something, or we give up on a friendship, a relationship, or something that could really be special. On this show, you'll find conversations with entertainers, filmmakers, doctors, people who have survived near-death experiences, just all kinds of people that I have had personal conversations with and have asked to come on the show. All the people that are coming on, they have magnificent stories, and I think that they're worthy of sharing with the world. So that's the reason why this podcast exists. We talk about moments that break you, the moments that build you, the moments that when everything feels like it's all over, you take that one step forward and it just all aligns. As I walked into the studio today, there was a passage on one of the boards. I'm going to read it here. It's Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And that's exactly what this podcast is about. It's about hope. It's about knowing that there are people on this planet who want to see you succeed, who want to see you win, and who want to see you achieve things that you never thought possible. If you tuned into this podcast, it's because you know that life is going to throw left and right and up and down, and you're going to go in all directions to try to figure it out. Whatever it might be, relationships, a career, finances, just business, all kinds of things, health issues. Guys, the guests that we have on this podcast, phenomenal human beings. They're very generous with their time. They're all professionals in their field, and I'm excited to share this content with you guys. I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to film this show at U Podcaster Studios here in Los Angeles, California. So if you guys give them a shout out, give them a like on socials, and let them know that you found them. Because they're good people. They're good people, and this world really does need, I think, especially with the time frame and everything that's happened over the last couple of years here, particularly in Los Angeles, is we need some light. We need some light, we need some energy, and we need some good conversations. So that's what this podcast is about. That's a little short intro about the podcast and why I'm starting this podcast. Tune in. A lot of the guests that are going to come on, man, I'm so excited. I'm super excited. And again, follow us. I'm going to try that one more time. Still rolling. And follow us on all social media at Still Rolling Pod. That's Still Rolling Pod. And thank you for tuning in for this episode. It's a lot shorter than the other ones. I appreciate you giving the space and the time to watch this, and we'll catch you in the next episode.